everyone, please make sure you start this video off by clicking that thumbs up button. So let's go ahead and get this video started. Hello everyone, this is ThickChickVlogs, and today we're going to be doing the Hot Topics episode that I'm going to be doing once a week for you guys. And we're going to talk about a couple of things today. There wasn't really a whole lot that went on in the news this week, but I will be discussing the few things that I thought were interesting, that I feel like I have an opinion on. And the first thing that we're going to discuss is going to be the Detroit man that is being forced to pay $30,000 in back child support for a child that is not his. Now, this is a very, very unique story because this guy was actually incarcerated at the time that this young lady had her baby, the time that she got pregnant, all of that good stuff. So there is absolutely no way in Sam Hill that he can be this child's father. Let me explain to you what happened before I explain what is going on with the situation. At that particular point in time, she had a caseworker who told her that she would have to put somebody's name on the birth certificate in order to receive, public assistance or whatever. So at the time, she said she just put his name on there. She said because she didn't know who the child's father was, so she just put his name. Now, mind you, this was back in 1980 something, if I'm not mistaken. It was a long time ago. So now, they said they had been sending this man multiple child support orders over the years, and he never responded. And he said the reason why he never responded because the address that they were sending them to, he doesn't even live there anymore. He said he didn't even know anything about her or this child until he was pulled over by the police officers one day. And he said the police officer made a reference calling him a deadbeat. And he was like, kind of like, what the fuck going on? He said, because I ain't got no damn children. And they said he had a warrant for his arrest for back child support. So he said he went to court and everything, and they told him that he owed all of this back child support. And the thing is, let me tell you the killer part about the situation. They took DNA tests and all this jibber jabber, and of course it came out that there's 0% possibility that this man is this child's father. The mother even told people, I'm sorry, it was my fault. I did this because my caseworker at the time, she told me that the only way that I was going to be able to receive the public assistance was if I put somebody's name on the birth certificate. So I just put his name on there. He didn't have nothing to do with this. He wasn't even out of prison at the time that I got pregnant, which is a fucked up situation, but the courts don't give a damn. They told him, look, your name was on there, so you're going to pay this $30,000 or you're going to go to jail. So he's kind of feeling like he's between a rock and a hard place, which I can totally understand. I mean, I can only imagine, being forced to pay for a child who, number one, I don't even know exists. I don't even know the woman. You know what I'm saying? That's a fucked up situation in itself. But he said he doesn't know this woman, never slept with this woman. He said he know a person who knows her, and he got in touch with her. They went to the court system. They took a DNA test, and it turned out that the baby wasn't his. But the court's like, look, no, you're gonna pay this money. So all I can say about this situation is it's a fucked up situation in itself. And I hope that he gets a good lawyer. And I especially hope that since it's getting a lot of publicity, that these people throw out this case, because that's total and utter bullshit. Making somebody pay for a child that they didn't even know fucking existed, and damn sure ain't even theirs. Plus, he was in prison at the time he got conceived. It's just the whole court system and the child support system is all fucked up in itself. And we're gonna talk about something else that's kind of ties into that. Somebody had posted a question on my personal Facebook page, and they asked, should women be held accountable when you know how a woman has a baby, and just say your husband's name is Derek, okay? You're married to Derek, but you know that you're sleeping with Terrence, okay? You know for a fact that your husband Derek is not that child's father, but you tell Derek that he is the child's father when it's really Terrence. You know that Derek is not that child's father, but you tell him that it is. That he is that child's father, but you know that Terrence is the father. Somebody asked, should women be put in jail for making a man pay child support or accusing a man of fathering her child, and he doing all this stuff for the child when she knows for a fact that it was somebody else's child? I say yes. she should be held accountable. She should be held accountable, because that's completely fucked up. If a man should have to, be subjected to going to prison if he doesn't pay child support, I think a woman should go to prison if she accuses a man of accuses a man of fathering a child, and he didn't. He's paying all this child support and stuff, and it comes to find out that she knew the whole time that it wasn't his child, and she just pretty much wanted him to take responsibility for it because she feels like he has a better job or whatever than the person that she was messing around with. Yes, I think they should be held accountable. I think that they should be locked up, or either they should make them, like they do the men, make them pay all of that child support back. I don't know how the whole child support system works, but I really honestly and truly believe that that's what should happen. So yes, I do believe that if a woman knowingly accuses a man of fathering her child just to get money because she knows that that's not that child's father, yes, I feel like she should be held accountable, and I feel like she should be subject to going to jail or whatever. Yes, I really do. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that situation right there in the comment section below, as far as the guy who they're forcing to pay child support. And I will leave links to all of these stories and everything in the description box, so make sure you check the description box so you can click on the links and everything to read up on these stories, which is, y'all, it's some bullshit. The next one we are going to talk about is the lady who refused to be quarantined in New Jersey. There is this nurse in New Jersey who went to West Africa to treat people who were infected with Ebola. And of course, when they come back to the United States, a lot of these mayors and things are making it mandatory for you to be quarantined for 21 days, which is the incubation period or whatever of the virus, to make sure that you don't show signs of having Ebola. Because if you guys remember, the nurses in Texas showed no signs of Ebola. They went on about their business, and then all of a sudden, after they examined them and all this type of stuff, they showed no signs. A couple of days later, they came down with fevers. So I honestly and truly believe that it is imperative for them to quarantine people, but she feels like it's a violation of her rights and all this type of stuff, which technically it is a violation of her rights. But at the same time, I don't understand her being a nurse and knowing that she went to West Africa to treat these people. I don't understand how in the hell would she refuse to be quarantined. Okay, at first I was kind of pissed off at this fucking lady. Now I understand that she does have rights, but I also understand that there are thousands and millions of people that are in the surrounding in New York and New Jersey, in that surrounding area, that could possibly be infected with this virus if this lady does become, show a sign of a fever in the near future. So I feel like it is imperative for them to be quarantined and examined and all that stuff. But she says what she's going to do, she wants to go home to Maine, and she's going to quarantine herself in her home. But then she said she doesn't want to quarantine herself in her home. She said what she wants to do is go home, and she said she'll stay within the confines of her general area, which means she won't go into a store and she won't go into a public place where there are other people. But of course, if she wants to go to a park or something like that, she wants to be able to do that, because she feels like those are her human rights to do that, and they are. But I feel like she is totally irresponsible being a nurse, seeing as though the nurses in Texas and things like that show no signs of being infected with the Ebola virus, and a couple of days later they became sick and they started getting fevers and things like that. So yes, I think she is very selfish being a nurse. I don't feel like it was that big of a deal for her to be quarantined for 21 days. It's not like they had her in some type of dungeon or anything. She said the one thing that she didn't like about it was the fact that they had her in it was like a tent area in this hospital in New Jersey. And she said the only thing she didn't like about it was that she didn't have a toilet. She had a portable toilet. She said she wasn't able to take a shower, and she had on a paper gown, which she said was very, very uncomfortable. So she didn't like that, and she wanted to go home. But if this bitch goes home and she infects people, I feel like a motherfucking ass. She need to go to fucking jail, okay? Bitch, you came from West Africa, and it's a possibility that you could have been exposed to that shit, knowing everything that's going on. So I feel like she is very irresponsible for doing that. So she carries her ass over there and she started getting a fever and she infect people. Yes, bitch, you should feel horrible horrible. And my thing is this: if you come to my hometown and I know you stay next door to me, bitch, I'm gonna be looking at you like you straight up crazy. Okay, don't bring your motherfucking ass over here. Stay your possibly infected ass over there, because you know damn well you should have quarantined yourself if you're gonna go over to West Africa and you know, decide that you want to help the people over there, which is very selfless of you. And you know, that is a great thing that you did that, but you should understand that there are procedures that need to be taken in order for you to, you know, for the people of the people in America to be protected, is for you to be quarantined for a while to make sure that you don't have the virus, and if you do, for them to treat you properly, for you to be monitored. I mean, I really feel like it was very selfish of her for that. But they ended up releasing her mandatory quarantine, and they're letting her go home because she feels like it's a violation of her rights. And the mayor of New Jersey actually spoke out, and he said he doesn't feel like it was a violation. He said he feels like it was very necessary for her to be quarantined in order to protect the thousands and millions of people that are in surrounding areas, because, you know, this Ebola situation, it needs to be contained, because you can't just have people randomly walking around that just came from over in West Africa. And that's the whole problem with the how the situation spread it in Texas. And I understand that those people were nurses, but at the same time, if you knew at one point one of the nurses, the one that was the black lady who was infected with Ebola, at one point her fiance thought he was exposed. It's just a lot going on. If you guys don't know, there's also a doctor in New York who tested positive for Ebola. I don't know what's going on with that situation. I really haven't been following it, but you know, I'm really not understanding these people. You know, if you come from West Africa, the first thing that you should do is go and quarantine yourself. They say this guy got on the subway and everything. He was riding up and down the subway, all kind of crazy ass shit. I don't understand these people. I swear to God, I don't. Lord, please forgive me, but I just really don't understand these people. I don't understand these people. So shout out to that bitch who decided that she wanted to carry her motherfucking ass home, even though she knows she's been over to West Africa. Shout out to you, and I'm hoping and pray that your ass is not infected. But bitch, if you are, yeah, you ought to be shaming your damn self, knowing that you went over to West Africa. What's it gonna hurt you to be quarantined for 21 days? It's not gonna hurt you. Shout out to that hoe. So the next thing that we're going to discuss is Tiny of T.I. and Tiny. Y'all know Tiny. I can't think of a fucking name right now. But Tiny went and got her eyes done. A lot of people are asking me, what do I think about that? Do I think that she's stupid and all this type of stuff? I feel like it's her fucking eyes, you know? I don't really feel any type of way about that. Like I said, I wish that, you know, we as people, if a person wants to, you know, augment their body however they want to, do it, you know, I feel like that's their right. I mean, granted, I wouldn't do it. Somebody asked me, would I do it? No, I wouldn't go over and get my damn eyes permanently changed, because I'm, you know, motherfucker, I can barely see already. You know, I ain't got time to have nobody fucking around in these pupils and these eyeballs and things right here. The only way I have somebody fucking around my eyeballs is if they doing a check or something for me to get some glasses, because I do need to go and get me some more glasses, because a bitch is blind as a bad butcher. But I feel like her eyes are very, very beautiful. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with it. Would I do it? No, but I feel like, you know, hell, if she wants to do it, she got the money to go and do it, motherfucker, why not? You know, I'm gonna go get me a motherfucking ass one day when I get me some money. I'm just lying about it. But then again, no, I'm not, okay? I want me a booty. I want me a big old ignorant ass. I'm talking about that type of ass that you can sit or drink up on that motherfucker. Like they said, you know, you walk through the walk through the club, you know, you just walking and knocking drinks all over the table, off the tables and shit. Y'all want one of them kind of asses. Now, I'm not trying to go get the type of ass where I had to get, you know, the silicone injections and all that type of shit. I'm not trying to go to nobody's hotel room, okay, to get me no ass injections. No, I want to go to an actual surgeon and have a Brazilian butt lift. That's what I want to have. I want to have, you know, them to do it the right way. Take the fat about my, you know, all this fat in my stomach and things. Take some fat about that motherfucker. You know, do me a good deed. Take the fat, which is the healthy fat, the fat out of my stomach, okay, do me old tummy tuck, and stick that shit in my ass. Nigga, why not? You know what I'm saying? That is the healthy way to get a big ass. You know what I'm saying? Take the fat that's already in your body and put it into another part of your body. So I think that is a great way to get a bigger ass. You know, the natural way goes to an actual physician who knows how to do those types of things. So yes, I would love to have me a big ass, and I would have surgery to get cosmetic work done if I had the funds to get it. Yes, motherfucker. And one of these days the Lord's gonna bless me, and I promise you, you're gonna see Thick Chick Vlogs. Thick Chick Vlog gonna have a big old ignorant ass. I'm telling you. Shout out to bitches with big old ignorant asses. Okay, natural ignorant asses. I really don't give a fuck about mine being fake. I really don't, but I'm gonna do it anyway. The next thing we are going to talk about, I got to click on this right here because I wanted to talk about this. Is the man who raped the two children and gave them HIV. Not only did he give them HIV, he gave one of the little girls, well, he gave them both HIV and herpes, and he gave the little girl, the little infant girl, he gave her HIV, herpes, and chlamydia. I mean, the nastiest motherfucker I ever seen in my goddamn life. And the thing about it is, he is 33 years old. Okay, I'm gonna read you a little bit of it. It says a registered sex offender is accused of raping 2 girls, including an infant family member, and infecting them with HIV and other sexually transmitted diseases. Nasty son of a bitch. Okay, David R. Wilson, yes, I'm gonna say his motherfucking name, 33, is charged with sexually assaulting his niece, who was under 2 years old at the time, as well as the 14-year-old daughter of his ex-girlfriend. I mean, just fucking disgusting. It said in both cases, the victims were infected with HIV and herpes. The infant was also diagnosed with chlamydia, law enforcement also said. The investigation that led to Wilson's arrest began in November 2013 when the younger child was brought to the Texas Medical Center because of a suspicious growth on her genitals. Lab tests later confirmed that confirmed the sexually transmitted diseases. And it says because of the infections, doctor had to perform genital reconstruction surgery on this baby. I mean, it is just, I mean, totally a disgusting ass situation. When I tell you people like that, that's why, you know, I made a video about this previously about sex offenders. That's why I honestly and truly believe people who are convicted of these pedophilic acts and these sex offender crimes, I feel like them motherfuckers need to be on an island of their own, because I refuse to believe a person who is so sick in the mind to where they want to molest or rape a child. I refuse to believe that those type of people can be rehabilitated, because if your mind is that fucked up from the gate, ain't no way in hell that by me talking to you gonna convince you that, okay, it's wrong to have sex with a child. If your mind that fucked up, okay, it got to be something mentally wrong with you for you to even think that it's okay for you to go and have sex with a child. My thing is this. A 2-year-old, her stuff is not even developed. A 14-year-old either. I don't, like I said, I don't understand how a man or a woman or whoever can even get aroused by the mere thought of having sex with a child. That shit right there just turns my stomach to begin with. That's why I said I believe those motherfucking people need to be on an island of their own. I do not think that they need to be in society. As a matter of fact, I feel like if you molest a child, I don't give a damn. I feel like if you sexually molest a child, you need to go to prison for the rest of your life. There is no getting out. Okay, if you are caught molesting a child, you need to go to prison forever. I do not believe that you need to serve 2-3 years and get out. No. If you are molesting a child, you need to carry your ass to prison forever, because you are not, you aren't suitable to be in society. Matter of fact, you don't deserve to be amongst other people. They need to put you in a fucking dungeon somewhere. I don't give a damn who don't like it. If you are a sex offender, I have no respect for you. If you got a family member that's a sex offender, I have no respect for them. I do not, I don't like that shit. I don't understand that shit. And I have no respect for people who touch children. I don't. I think that is the most disgusting thing on the face of the fucking planet, for you to violate a child like that, and a baby at that. You know, it's horrible that you molested a 14-year-old in itself. That's horrible in itself. But you touched a fucking 2-year-old baby. Matter of fact, it's that she was under 2 years old at the time. That's just like people who go and, like that guy who, I don't know if you remember this, a couple of years ago, there was a guy who went to prison. I think they gave him the death penalty, if I'm not mistaken. He actually got the death penalty because he actually penetrated a 3-week-old baby. A 3-week-old little girl. You penetrated. What did you penetrate? That baby stuff ain't even developed at all, at zero zilch. Not even at a little bit. And he penetrated that baby and he killed her. And they gave him the death penalty. If I'm not mistaken, that was a couple of years ago. That shit right there, just the mere thought of that shit just hurts my heart to the fucking core. I have zero respect for people who molest children. Okay, I'm sorry. I feel like you ought to rot in fucking hell. Okay, and burn for the rest of your fucking days. And if the court system or whoever feels like you do need to be in society, they need to put you on a fucking island by yourself. It ought to be a fucking ship that takes, whenever you are convicted of a sex offender crime, if they decide that you need to get out of prison, once you get out, ain't no conversation. Okay, they need to have a ship that ship your motherfucking ass over to this island where all the other sex offenders at. Okay, well, all the other sex offenders that y'all can have your little stores and shit over there where sex offenders working in them. Okay, y'all work for your goddamn self, have your little stores, your little restaurants, but it's gonna be all sex offenders. Send y'all motherfucking ass over there and y'all can molest each other. Okay, if you feel like it's okay for you to molest children, hey, and we can ship you some food and shit over there. Okay, to be humane, ship you some fucking food over there, but you need to carry your ass over there, and that's where you need to stay for the rest of your days on this fucking earth. So that you are not anywhere near a child, anywhere near it. I don't even feel like it's okay for you to even be out in public looking, they just in a store and pass by a child. I don't feel like that's okay. Motherfucker, you don't have that right to even walk past a child anymore. I think it's disgusting. So if you have a family member, whoever who's a child, a sex offender, you feel like you feel some type of way about this video, fuck you. Okay? I feel like they need to burn in hell. Period, point, fucking blank. And I think that was all we had to talk about, y'all. I'm getting kind of, woo. Bitch, I be feeling some type of way about the sex offender shit. I don't like that motherfucking shit, bitch. I'm telling you right here and right now, I do not like that sex offender shit. But that is all that I had to talk about in this particular episode of Hot Topics. Okay? What I want you guys to do, I always ask every week for people to send me topics about things that they want me to discuss in an upcoming video. But I understand everybody doesn't follow me on Facebook and everybody probably doesn't have anything that they necessarily want me to talk about. But I'm going to continue to put the statuses up on Facebook. If you have anything specifically that you want me to discuss, you can also leave it in the comments on this video if you want to. Or you can go ahead and add me on my Facebook page. And whenever I post the status that I want you guys to leave me comments of things that you want me to discuss, things that are going on in the news. I will do separate videos for things that people want me to just randomly discuss that aren't in the news, but for hot topics, I want to discuss things that are going on in the news, celebrity news, current events, things like that are going on in the news, okay? So make sure that you guys do that. Leave me comments in the comment section below about everything that I discussed on this particular episode. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it, y'all. So fuck sex offenders. Fuck the child support system for making this man having to pay child support for a child that's not his. That is a completely bizarre ass story, which I don't understand. And I feel like women who accuse men knowingly of fathering a child, knowing damn well the only reason you're accusing him of it is because you know he got a good job as a nigga that you fucking work at McDonald's. You know, but you don't want the nigga at McDonald's to have to try to pay child support because you know you don't give $25, so you want to blame it on Boo Boo because you know Boo Boo got a good ass job. You know you're gonna get more. I don't have respect for you either, bitch. You need to carry your motherfucking ass to jail. And if you do accuse this man of bothering your child, he's paying you child support, and they find out that he's not the father, you need to pay that man every dime of his fucking money back. I think that's total bullshit. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have no respect for your motherfucking ass either, bitch. No, ma'am, I do not. And shout out the lady who decided she didn't want to be fucking quarantined, inconsiderate ass bitch, and tiny eyes. Shout out to her. I think she's very, very beautiful with her eyes, and it is her God-given right to do whatever she wants with her money. So make sure you leave me comments and everything in the comment section below about things that you felt about all the topics that I discussed. And I will be sure to leave links and everything in the description box. And I'll see you guys in the next Hot Topics episode.